What is happening, everybody? My name is Andrew. Welcome to Andrew Miller Mileage. We are going to be going out on a little trip today, getting everything ready to go, and we're going to be doing part 1 of 5 on the Batona Trail hike. Oops. Yeah, I'm sure I won't be eligible for financial compensation one day because of that. All right, so we have made it to the trailhead. Starts over here. The Ongsa, you got your map station, you got your trail maps in there. This is the big map, shows you the whole segment. I gotta step over this barrier. But yep, we are here, Ongsa. We're gonna be ending around there, Packham Pond. So another thing I wanted to try to do with doing these hikes and stuff was something that I'd said I would do one day when I eventually retire or just don't need to work anymore, is clean it up. I don't know. I always have an issue. I see trash everywhere, and especially places I like to go. Being in the woods and being in nature, it's kind of a bummer. I was walking over to pick up some of the trash I saw, and I spotted this big-ass mushroom. There's a couple of them here. If anybody in the comments can tell me what kind of mushroom that is and what kind of psychedelic journey I can go on, let me know. Maybe I'll film that. Could be cool. All right, so just entering the trail. A couple fun facts and whatnot about this trail. The entire length from tip to tip is 52.7 miles. But every year in November, they host a trail race through here from tip to tip. Whole race with these segments connected comes out to like 55 miles. I'm not doing it this year. I will be doing it next year. It'll be my first ultra marathon, so I'm pretty excited for that. I've pretty much ran every segment individually. A couple of them is out and backs, but doing them all together at once should be pretty cool. And they also do in April, they do what's called the Jersey Devil 100. It is a 100-mile ultra marathon. Through most of it, I don't believe they touch this segment here. So we're in one of the first parts right once you get through the trailhead. It's a rather dense area. Not too bad though. Good amount of green foliage right now. We spy a balloon, so we gonna get it. Balloons always land out here. Ominous, isn't it? Another little mushroom on the way out here. Like I said, anybody tells me what it is, I'll eat it. Just make sure you like and subscribe, I guess. Across this little dirt road. Walking through a cool section here. I always love when I see the moss like guiding the trail. All right, so we are roughly 3/4 of a mile in, and the pink marker was a good thing about what I was just about to say. So, story a while back, when I used to come out trail running out here back in the fall of 2022, I got lost. I was pretty tired. I was at my around 14th mile of running it, not hiking it like this. And I couldn't find the pink flares on the trees, which was primarily due to they just had a forest fire out there and a lot of the trees got burned up. But it seems they've came back and done a pretty solid job at repainting them in both directions, so they are there. It's just a matter of making sure you don't go on the wrong side of the trail, because there are trails that intersect that they're not part of it. All right, so we are like 1.5 miles in at the first road crossing of, I believe, 2, maybe 3. I think we got to cross. This is 4-mile road. Fun fact, I don't think it's only 4 miles. I'm pretty sure it's closer to 6. And then we will be crossing Route 70. A lot busier of a road there. But only 2 major road crossings on this one. It's not too bad, but no trash here. Kind of shocked. Usually it's funny, there was more on the trail than there were off the trail, but we'll cross this now. All right, so we're like 2.25 miles in, and we're at a pretty prominent landmark in the Batona Trail, this section. It's actually looking a lot better than it used to, but this is where there used to be a massive pile of junk. It was just a huge pile of trash. It's been here for years. I don't know who was responsible for cleanup, if it's the township, the forestry, or whoever, but a good amount of it's gone. All right, we're a little under 3 miles in, and we're hitting a little elevation. You don't see this stuff when you're on the roads, when you're on Magnolia Road or 4 Mile Road or even Route 70. When you're back here, you kind of see it's not much. It's pretty easily accessible. I will say there is no biking on this trail, which at first when I thought about it, I was like, why? I was like, it's a nice trail, it's open, there's not too many people on it. But then I thought about how many routes there are, tight turns. There's routes in hills. Today's been good as far as the sand goes, but most of this trail is all sand since we are in like the Atlantic coastal area. It's very, very sandy over here. There's not a lot of gravel, and unfortunately it looks like it's starting to rain. Weather was supposed to be spotty today. I might have to call for evac when I get to the turnaround point at Packham Pond, which I think my brother should be able to get me, but if not, we'll take the roads back, make it a little quicker. Finally got us some wildlife. It's been hours and I have yet to see anything. Hello, deer. Right, we had another road crossing, small road, nothing too crazy over here to report. It's like a weird little like pond over here, but honestly, I've never seen that pond with water in it. Oh, got some trash. Doing my part. And yeah, like I was saying, never really seen any water in it. We're on the backside of one of the neighborhoods, Presidential Lakes. Getting close to the last road crossing, which is going to be Route 70. And look at this. A little brick shaped out like a heart, which leads me to another video that I will be doing shortly, and that is going to be the abandoned brick factory. Hopefully get another drone by then. I want to do some cool drone shot footage out there, but that'll be in a couple weeks. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be the next video, who knows. All right, hitting the 4 mile mark, about 5/100ths of a mile. So about to be pulling up to the Route 70 crossing. Oddly enough, have not seen any animals other than that 2 deer I saw, and I saw a squirrel. But oh, there goes a bird. I saw a bird go fly away. All right, birds are real, I guess. But getting ready to pull up to the last road crossing of this legged journey. All right, so we came across something kind of cool. I guess there was a small fire in this area, but if you look, just following behind me, green, 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 and you see this like roasted area. Take a little bit closer of a look. It goes on for a little while. I'm on the back half of the trail, closer to the forest station, but yeah, take a look at all that. It's like a quick area got scorched. I have a feeling it was due to some of the control burns. Because actually, oh yeah, right here, there's a trail. See that trench? And it comes up a little bit further up here, but those trenches are usually where they light the fire. And they kind of use it to, I think, kind of control the direction it goes, make sure it doesn't spread too far over. So that area must have been part of the control burn. You can see it a little bit better right here. But if you look, it's just lush green on one side and burnt forest on the other. But it's cool because you get to see all the new plant life just kind of growing back on the underside, on the foot of the forest. So it just perpetually keeps the forest growing. And on another note, since we are about 5 miles deep, the trash bag is very, very full, which It's both nice that it's getting out of here, but it's also upsetting that there was that much here in the first place. So, we getting it gone. All right, so we were close to the ranger station. We're gonna take a real quick side trip. I think I'm allowed to get close to it. I'm obviously not allowed to climb it, but I'm gonna show you guys the fire towers that they have all over the area. Yeah, there's no sign saying no trespassing, but this is the Route 73 fire tower. 73? 72. Route 72 fire tower out near New Lisbon, New Jersey area. Trees are actually kind of cool around here. It's pretty cool. But this tower is huge, and what it's used for is to see over the tree line, I guess to like monitor where the fires are. And oh man, this one's open. Full. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. But it is behind me. Got a little like building up top. This is like the observation deck. But give you guys an idea of just how tall it is in a second. So yeah, just to give you guys an idea, I'm like 5'8", 5'9", which is in Hollywood numbers 6 foot too, roughly. And yeah, so it's relatively tall compared to me. But yeah, I'll tell you more about Apple Pie Fire Tower when we go out to that one. That one you can get pretty close to too, but they stopped people from climbing up there. Apparently you're not allowed to throw TVs off the top of it. So look at that. You got some wild blueberries out here growing here. None of them look really ripe size. Getting hit with a little rain again. Really hoping this doesn't stick because I'm almost there. Luckily there's some canopy covers when I get there. I know I'm close because I saw a stop sign through the trees. Unless Smokey the Bear is installing a new traffic system on the trails. I doubt it. I don't think we got the funding for that right now. So this area is nice. Very lush. Very green. Fun fact, they filmed Star Wars Return of the Jedi here. This was made by the Ewoks. Nub nub. So we're into the final little bit. We're getting close to where Packham Pond is. So there's a decent amount of, I guess, water runoff. And there's a bunch of these little wooden bridge segments that cut across some of the swamps. It's pretty cool. Little janky in some areas, so watch your footing. But when we go to do the next trail from Packham to Carranza, there's some really cool ones that actually cut between like swamp logs. It's pretty cool. It's definitely a more challenging technical trail. It's also thinking about 5 miles longer. I believe that one's 13 and a half miles. Today was about 8 and a half. So it's another little one here. I mean, obviously, it's pretty dry. You could just walk along the side. But what's the fun in that? You get to play balancing act. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's a sign from God. It's a sign. No, it's a sign telling us we only got 0.2 miles to go. We're on the actual more gravelly trails. If you look down. This stuff's a little bit more maintained. It's a lot more anybody friendly. Like, you don't have to be one who wants to go climb a bunch of route trails and stuff like that. I think this segment here is about a 4-mile loop. It goes between Packham Pond, I believe it's the Forest Ranger Station, a couple other little key points, but easily accessible from the parks, easily accessible from the campsites, and easy to maneuver. All right, and we have made it to Packham Pond Park. Not a minute too soon. The rain's just starting to pick up, so I'm definitely going to be calling a ride. And just to prove, we have made it to the second half. There we are. The Ab Larat. And then we also have another start here The Mount Misery Trail, I don't know the exact parameters of that trail. I know that's the only one that allows bikes and horses, which is probably pretty nice ride on some horses out here. But definitely been a good little trip. I do hear some thunder, so I'm definitely calling a ride back. But we will be picking back up here possibly in a couple weeks, maybe 2, maybe 3. See how it goes. Check the weather. Got some other events I got to train for. I got another triathlon in a couple weeks, so can't be skipping that. But I'll get you guys back at the truck. All right, we are back at the truck. As you can see outside here, it's wet. It's raining pretty good now, so the long walk back would have sucked. But I'm gonna go home, throw this trash out, get me a cup of coffee and relax. The next video is either gonna be a bike trip in the Tuckerton Seaport in Great Bay, or gonna take a ride around New Jersey and check out a couple of the haunted spots here in the Pine Barrens, and we'll see what happens. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for coming.